Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka nkonye chiri ya zalụkwa. Anyị si ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ. Mmiri atara m azụ anwụna. Anyị dịka o si dị ya bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si were wetara ya bụ ozi. Unu jegi inu ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ya bụ ifu na anụ na-eme n'obodo nọ n'ime ya anụ nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata nwanne anyị nwoke wetara ya ozi, one of the Biafran activists, and he quote, "Disaster on Fulani herdsmen, burn down churches, kill priests. Governor Mbah begs Sultan of Sokoto. Hear the news in details." Ụmụnne m dịka anyị si kwunu kwana gị na wetara na update, biko gee ntị ka unu n'ihe mụ na wetara anyị n'ụbọchị uruchi nketa n'iru akwụkwọ, biko dịka ihe gị ka barụ ka eri ya tatu ihe niile okwu. Over to you.
Governor Peter Mbah, the governor of Enugu State, if you have any link or any agreement with Fulani herdsmen, come out and public and tell the Enugu State. Since how many years now, the Amufi is on fire? They are slaughtering people, massacring people. Today, our mothers, they came to do protests. Fulani herdsmen, they are sleeping with them. When they after sleeping with them, they will carry stick, put for their vagina. They are leaving our mothers, our sisters in the village. After they left them, they will carry stick, soup for their vagina, wound them, slaughtering them. This is what is happening in Enugu State, and we have somebody that calls himself governor. You never stand up as a governor to condemn the evil that is happening in your state. For how many years now, they are slaughtering people, both mothers, fathers, children, raping people in our Amufi village. And you call yourself a governor. You don't want to stand up to condemn it. You are keeping silent. You are keeping silent. If there is any agreement you have with Fulanis, come out public and say it. Some villagers in Amufi, some part in Amufi, the villagers don't pack their property, run away, leave the house. Leave the house. The house is empty. The house is empty. They don't learn. And Fulani has conquered the land. And you call yourself a governor. You don't want to stand up to give speech to condemn the evil that is happening in your state. It's a very shameful thing to you. If other pastors, other reverend fathers, other ministers of God, if they will tell you it shall be well with you, it shall not be well with you. Highest only thing you can do to me is for you to use your political power to arrest me. That's the only thing you can do. But if you use your political power to arrest me, God of heaven will use heavenly power to judge you. That's slaughtering people. You don't care. If you don't want to do a work of governor, you come out from that seat.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. It's another edition of Politics on the Streets. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please like our video. Please share, comment for more political discourse. First off, Enugu is on fire in Enugu State as Fulani has overrun that community. The people have come to say that Peter Mbah is allegedly working for the Fulani. That is why he has kept quiet. That is why nothing has been done to stop that insecurity in that region, sir. How can you react to this, sir?
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember humble, one and the only Biafran evangelist, and I will continue to evangelize the truth, as the word of God has stated it clearly to us. See, my brother, I have been saying this thing time without number, even before now, that the Enugu State is under siege as a result of Peter Mbah becoming the governor of Enugu State.
Enugu, sorry, sir. You said Enugu State is under siege.
It's under siege as a result of Mbah being the governor of that state. But people never believed it, and people never trusted it, and people never regard my statement, and you can see it. And the same thing when Mazen Namdekan was speaking to Nigerians, what shall befall Nigeria and how Nigeria is going to be and what is coming after Nigeria. Nigerians never believe him. Today, they are calling Mazen Namdekan a prophet, even in the court of law, in the Federal High Court in Abuja, which is even sovereign today, have decided automatically to be a close, the best friend so far of Mazen Namdekan, regard to what he has said that have already finally come to pass in Nigeria, which we are experiencing it right away. Mbah is an element of the Fulanis.
He is an element of Fulani.
Yes, it's an element of Fulanis being planted in the government house as a governor, so that the Fulanis will have their way to Enugu state to make sure in Enugu they vandalize Enugu and they disabilize Enugu and they take over and they capture Enugu. Remember, they have not ever since in the world they have been looking for a way by which they themselves will conquer parts in Igbo land, so that they can as well easily do achieve their dreams, because they have Igbos to contend with, and they believe that the problem of them not to achieve their dream. And what was that dream? The dream of Fulanizing this country.
The dream of Fulanizing the country.
Yes, automatically. So their problem and the challenge that they have are the Igbos. So now they now use Mbah as a governor, so that they can have their way to enter Enugu, and not just enter Enugu to conquer Igbos, because once they conquer Enugu, remember before the war, Ojukwu was already in the eastern region, the governor of the eastern region, in the axis of Enugu. Remember, okay. As at that time. So for them now to conquer Enugu, it's like conquering the Biafran capital.
So for them to conquer Enugu now is like conquering the Biafra capital.
Yeah, and regard to the before the war, you understand, because Ojukwu was the governor of the
eastern region,
of the old eastern region. Do you understand? And the capital where Ojukwu was residing as at that time was at Enugu. Remember? So now they believe that to conquer Enugu will pave more way for them for regard to their vision and their dreams. So that's why they use Mbah. They planted Mbah, so that Mbah will be paving way for them to achieve that dream. So that is why you see Amufu today being under siege of the Fulanis. They have ransacked all the Amufu village in Enugu state. And Peter Mbah that have evidence against Amonekpa cannot bring these people to book. Why? Because he's their agent.
But sir, there is always an evidence. Sorry, the governor has the power to enact a law to provide security outfit for people. Why has the governor refused to come out with a security outfit? We saw in Anambra, Udogachi. We saw in Imo State who has security outfits and Ebonyi. But the only state that does not have security outfits to tackle the Fulani is the governor of Enugu State. What happens, sir?
Listen to me and listen good. These people you are mentioning, how effective was their security outfit?
How effective?
Yes, they are not effective because they are working under the Fulani's control.
They are working.
Yes. Where is Ebubago? Was there not Ebubago that was formed with the concept of Muhammadu Buhari? Is that the outfit you are talking about? Udogachi, Agone Chamber, go and see the atrocities they are committing in Anambra State to fulfill the mandate of the Fulanis in Anambra. So what do you call what is it called? In Enugu State, you are talking about that demand security outfit. Which other security outfit? Whereby the only security outfit that suit the southeast are the ESN, because they themselves have seen the effective work of the ESN. They decided to go against the ESN. Enugu State, the ESN was in Enugu State. Do you know what happened? Mbah was said that he doesn't need ESN. At the end of the day, which he politicalized and support Nigeria to kidnap Mazen Namdekanu. And at the same time, today, as we speak, my beloved brother, they collide with the Finnish government to hold Simon Ekpan so that they can easily achieve their goal. Now, look at the people. So the Enugu people as at that time was like, okay, ESN, you don't want ESN, ESN. Now they are facing the heat.
Now they are facing the heat.
Yes, of the Fulanis. Because when Simon Ekpan was on air, you understand me? He put fear. It makes all these Fulanis and people like Peter Mbah and their element group not to carry out so many atrocities which they are carrying out now. And so far so good, you can see as at the time of Simon Ekpan and as at the time Simon Ekpan was arrested, you will see that the insecurity, especially in that Amufu in Enugu state, the insecurity have increased to compare when Simon Ekpa.
The insecurity has increased.
Yes, now Amufu doesn't face all this kind of crisis. I don't know if you have visited Enugu. I don't know if you know Enugu very well or you know that side very well. You know that those places you don't know. But now, Fulanis have vandalized that place. They have taken over the place. Yes, they have taken over Amufu just the same way they have taken over Benue State. Yes, and these are the things that Simon Ekpa saw, Mazen Namdekano saw, which makes them to stand on their ground that this kind of atrocity must not be taking place in our own land.
But sir, what do you think that the government of the state needs to do now?
The governor cannot do anything. I don't know why I say he cannot do anything. He have a master which is serving, and that master is the person that is sorting him on what to do and is fulfilling their mandate for them.
He has a master that is serving.
Yes.
A governor, not the people. Is he not elected? Sorry, sir. Is he not elected to serve the people?
He's elected. His duty, primary duty, was to protect the people, life and property, the safety of the people,
Life and property.
Yes, but was he protecting the people and their property? No, because the people, he have a master which he signed agreement with, and which at the same time instruct him on what to do. And that is why Nigeria, as he said it, he said this country called Nigeria no go better. Not that I'm cursing it. Why did I make that statement? Nigeria is not ready to break out from the British
imperialism.
What did you call it? Imperialism. Colony. Yes. They are not ready to free themselves. There is something that I heard that baffles me. One testimony of the British man, when they handed over power to the North, was as a result of obedience that the Northerners, those Fulanis, are humble and loyal to the British.
They are loyal and humble to the British.
Yes, that's why they hand them over the power. And in the first election being conducted in this country, took place in 1959, and in that election it was rigged in favor of the Fulanis, and that was what makes Zik to become a ceremonial president, while Tafawa Balewa was the major prime minister, and the power lies in Tafawa Balewa instead of the president. And the reason they said is that they are scared of the Igbos.
They are scared of the Igbos.
Yes, and that was why instead of Zik to become the real president, the power to be invested on the president, they took it away from him and gave it to the prime minister, while he became the ceremonial president.
But
after that.
Lastly, before I let you go now, what do you think the people of Eyamufu should do at this point in time?
The best thing to do now, Eyamufu, it is time to go back to your drawing board.
Drawing board now?
Yeah, the drawing board is Operation Rise and Defend Yourself.
But that is against the Nigerian Constitution.
No, it is not against Nigerian Constitution, because if Fulani can take law into their hand, you have right to take law into your hand by defending yourself. As it is now, this man, what is it called? Theophilus Danjuma said it, defend yourself. Ajayi, the DSS boss, said it, defend yourself. And which you can see, Mazen and the Kano even call up. Many people are calling, even Sowore too. Everybody now is raising the flag and they are flying it high. Operation Defend Yourself.
Operation Defend Yourself. That is the last word from the Biafra.
Yes.
Evangelist. Thank you for coming out to help me, sir. Thank you.
And God bless you.
The Nigerian army has issued an ultimatum that this year there will be no Biafra's Heroes Day. This is a celebration set aside by the Indigos to honor those of their legends and their veterans who lost their life during the Biafra war. Welcome to this wonderful channel, Tunis Point TV. Please, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please like this video. Please share, comment for more political discourse. The Nigerian army has come out to issue an ultimatum say that nobody should come out and 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 celebrate the Biafra Heroes Day. And the Southern governors too have told same part, saying that nobody should come out and celebrate the Biafra Heroes Day. But now the question and the subject matter of the day is that what has the Biafra the remembrance of this day got to do with the how is it going to bring anarchy in the land? These men are not quiet people. Last year, this celebration was old. Nobody lost their life. It is just a day to remember those who have lost their life during the Biafra civil war. I think what the government needs to do at this point in time is that those who are orchestrating the evil in Nigerian state should be dealt with. The Fulanis have become a menace in our society, and yet the government are not even worried. The government did not even they don't even worry about the Fulanis, yet they are more concerned what the IPOB want to do on the 30th of May. For me, it is misplaced priorities, because you have in a state where a particular ethnic group has become lord over billions of Nigerians, over millions of Nigerians, and yet nobody is saying anything towards that. Nobody is calling the Fulanis, calling them to order. Nobody is telling them that the Fulanis are treading in the wrong direction. But yet they are using everything possible to oppress the evil man, to oppress their struggle, to oppress everything that belongs to them. The question is, how long can we continue in this contraption called Nigeria? Yes, how long can we continue in this contraption called Nigeria? The IPOB on their own I say that day, nothing will stop that day. And they mean their words that nothing will stop the Biafra celebration day in the East. I'm not even against what the army have said, but I'm against the Southeastern governors who don't promote their own, who at every point in time antagonize their own thing. Antagonize their own thing. Are you telling me that in the north, some governors don't know who is sponsoring these Fulani bandits? Majority of them know that Fulani is being sponsored by some certain group of people, and yet these people keep mute. But it is only in the southeast that the southern governors would always come out to sell their own. The southeastern governors sold Mazda Bikanu. The southeastern eastern governors sold Simon Epa. They keep selling anyone who is driving the Biafra ideology. They keep coming out to go against anyone pushing that narrative, anyone pushing that ideology. But the question is that how long can we continue to remain in this contraption called Nigeria? The same Nigeria that has deprived the Igbo man of presidency, the same Nigeria that has deprived the Igbo man of juicy offers in Nigeria, as it stands today now, the Senate president, the Igbo man is not there. The speaker, the Igbo man is not there. And you are saying the Igbo man is not heavily marginalized. If the Igbo man is heavily marginalized, then what will happen? Then what will happen? The Southeastern governors have made themselves tools in the hands of their paymasters. And that is why they do everything possible just to oppose the Biafra ideology and the Biafra declaration. And I can say it with every authentication that it will not go well. Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. It will not go well. It will not go well with them. Because as it stands, we know Nigeria is not a state that preach true federalism, that preaches for democracy. Now, the armies are vowed to take over the Southeast on the 30th of this month. And yet, no governor has come out to tell the people that allow these people, let them do their thing. Let them do their thing. If the governors in the Southeast can shorten his people, I am certain, I am sure, I am very sure that the army would not threaten those who want to come out to celebrate on the 30th, to celebrate the Biafra Heroes Day, just because the governors themselves are also part of the problem. The governors themselves are in support of the Nigerian government. They are also in support of the Nigerian state, knowing fully well that after you serve the Nigerian government, you will come back to your homeland. You come back to your homeland. And if you come back to your homeland, how will the people rate you? How will the people rate you? How will the people see you? Is this individual truly a good leader? Will they see you as people who is actually fighting for freedom? Will they see you as someone who is also fighting for the freedom of the Biafra? Will they see you as the enemy of the struggle? No matter how things go, I can beat my chest that the IPOB might not back down. They will not back down because that day has been set aside to honor those who were pied, those who lost their life in doing the Biafra struggle. Nobody can say that if today the Yorubas want to celebrate the Oduduwa, nobody can tell them not to celebrate not to.
Ndị ba ngwadalụ dị na-enudukwu nsi wee gee ya bụ ife wetelu n'ụbọchị uruchi nke taa. Anyị ga-anapụ unu kụnri ya atịa gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile ụmụnna wetara anyị. Gwa ifu nche n'udo nke unu. Ngwanụ ka emesịa